In 1776, a new nation was born. The American colonies declared independence from Great Britain. This was a bold move. It sparked a revolution that would change the world. The American Revolution was about more than just independence. It was about creating a new kind of government. This government was based on the idea that all men are created equal. They have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The American Revolution inspired people around the world. It showed that it was possible to overthrow oppressive governments. The United States became a symbol of freedom and democracy. The new nation faced many challenges. It was a vast and undeveloped country. It had a weak central government, but the American people were determined to build a strong and prosperous nation. The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain in the late 18th century. It soon spread to the United States. The Industrial Revolution was a time of great change. New machines were invented. These machines could produce goods much faster than before. This led to mass production. Factories were built to house the new machines. Cities grew up around the factories. People moved from rural areas to the cities to find work. The Industrial Revolution had a profound impact on the United States. It transformed the country from an agricultural society to an industrial one. The United States became a leading industrial power. The Industrial Revolution also led to the creation of a new wealthy class. These were the industrialists who owned the factories. They also controlled the means of production. The Industrial Revolution also led to the growth of the middle class. This was made up of people who worked in the factories. They also worked in the businesses that supported them. The world watched in horror as Europe descended into war in 1914. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, plunged Europe's great powers into a conflict that would consume the continent for years. At first, America remained neutral. President Woodrow Wilson advocated for peace and diplomacy. But the tides of war were shifting. In 1917, after Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare against American ships and the revelation of the Zimmermann telegram, America joined the Allied powers. American soldiers, the doughboys, turned the tide of the war in favor of the Allies. The war, however, came at a great cost. Millions of lives were lost, and Europe was left in ruins. The Treaty of Versailles, intended to ensure lasting peace, instead sowed the seeds of resentment and future conflict. Despite the devastation, the war marked a turning point for America. The nation emerged as a global power, its industrial might and military prowess impossible to ignore. Following the tumultuous years of World War I, America entered a period of unprecedented economic growth and cultural dynamism, the Roaring Twenties. The nation embraced innovation, jazz music filled the airwaves, and flapper dresses became a symbol of the era's newfound freedom. The automobile, thanks to Henry Ford's assembly line, became accessible to the average American, transforming transportation and daily life. The rise of radio connected people across vast distances, and Hollywood captivated audiences with the magic of motion pictures. But beneath the surface of prosperity and revelry, cracks began to appear. Income inequality widened, and speculation in the stock market created an unsustainable economic bubble. The stock market crash of 1929 shattered the illusion of endless prosperity, ushering in the Great Depression, a period of widespread unemployment and economic hardship. The Roaring Twenties, a time of both exuberance and excess, served as a stark reminder that economic booms can be fleeting and that societal issues left unaddressed can have devastating consequences. Section 5. The Arsenal of Democracy. As the dark clouds of war gathered over Europe once more, America found itself drawn into another global conflict. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 shattered any illusions of isolationism. With a declaration of war against Japan and subsequently against Germany and Italy, America entered World War II, determined to defend freedom and democracy against the forces of tyranny. The nation mobilized its industrial might, transforming factories into production powerhouses for tanks, planes, ships, and munitions. American soldiers, sailors, and airmen fought with valor on multiple fronts, from the beaches of Normandy to the islands of the Pacific. The nation's unwavering spirit and its commitment to its allies ultimately led to the defeat of the Axis powers. World War II left an indelible mark on America. It emerged from the conflict as a true superpower, its military and economic might unmatched. Section 6. A post-war superpower. The aftermath of World War II saw a shift in the global balance of power. The United States, relatively unscathed by the war on its own soil, emerged as a dominant force on the world stage. The nation's economy boomed, fueled by wartime production and a surge in consumer spending. The Marshall Plan, a massive aid program, helped rebuild war-torn Europe, solidifying America's position as a leader in the free world. The war had also ushered in a new era of technological advancement, with America at the forefront. The development of the atomic bomb, while a chilling reminder of the destructive power of technology, also cemented America's military superiority. As the world grappled with the aftermath of war and entered a new era of geopolitical tension, America's influence was undeniable. Section 7. The Cold War. With the defeat of Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, a new conflict emerged, the Cold War. It was a clash of ideologies, a global rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was a war fought not on traditional battlefields but through espionage, proxy wars, and a relentless arms race. The threat of nuclear annihilation loomed large, casting a shadow over the world. The Cold War extended beyond Earth as the two superpowers engaged in a space race. The Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik, the first artificial satellite in 1957, ignited a fierce competition for dominance in space exploration. America's ultimate triumph, landing astronauts on the moon in 1969, marked a pivotal moment in the Cold War and showcased American ingenuity. Section 8. American culture. A global phenomenon. America's cultural influence expanded alongside its political and economic might. Hollywood became the world's entertainment capital, exporting movies that captivated audiences globally. American music, from jazz to rock and roll, transcended borders, influencing musicians and captivating listeners worldwide. Fashion trends originating in America, from blue jeans to sneakers, became ubiquitous symbols of style and youth culture. American literature, too, found a global audience, with authors like Ernest Hemingway and John Steinbeck offering poignant insights into the American experience. The spread of American culture, while often viewed as a form of soft power, was a testament to the nation's creativity and its ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Section 9. Technology and military power. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century, America remained at the forefront of technological advancement. From the development of the internet to the rise of personal computers, American innovation continued to shape the world. The nation's military power also remained unmatched, with a global network of military bases and a commitment to maintaining a technological edge over potential adversaries. The end of the Cold War did not diminish America's military might. Instead, the nation found itself involved in new conflicts, from the Gulf War to the War on Terror. While America's military power was undeniable, its use sparked debates about interventionism, the limits of power, and the complexities of navigating a rapidly changing world. Section 10. America in the 21st century. As the 21st century unfolds, America continues to grapple with the challenges and opportunities of its role as a global leader. The nation faces internal divisions, economic uncertainties, and a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. Globalization and the rise of new economic powers such as China pose both challenges and opportunities for American leadership. Despite these challenges, America remains a beacon of innovation, a champion of democracy, and a cultural force to be reckoned with. The nation's enduring values, freedom, equality, and opportunity, continue to inspire people around the world. As America navigates the complexities of the 21st century, its ability to adapt, innovate, and forge partnerships will be crucial to maintaining its position as a global leader.